Here I am. I'm going to do some really basic beginning intro songs for people to work on. The one I'm doing right now is The Man Who Sold the World by David Bowie. Nirvana made it famous with their MTV acoustic jam hour Unplugged back in the 90s when they were still around, as Nirvana and Kurt was still alive. But we're going to take this and make it even simpler than what they did it. They tuned down half a step. I'm just going to do this and not tune down half a step. I'm going to put a capo on the 4th fret. So when I'm playing these chords, I'm actually, if I play this A minor shape, it's actually a D flat minor in pitch, okay? But here are the chord shapes that we're going to use. We're going to use the C chord shape, which would make this an E chord, where exactly it's at. We're going to use this A minor shape, which makes this a D flat minor chord, where it's at on the neck. If I play this E shape, that's A flat major, but I'm using the E shape. If I use this shape, the G, right now where I'm playing this chord, it's a B. Even though I'm calling this the G shape, technically this is a B chord. And then the last chord shape that we're going to talk about is this G sharp major shape, because I'm E, F, G sharp, counting my frets, right? Treating this as 0. Technically though, this is a C major chord on the neck, all right? So I wanted to give you the actual chords that Nirvana's playing when they're playing the song with no capo, open strings. I gave you the names of those chords. However, when we talked about the chord shapes, those are the shapes that we're going to use with the capo on the 4th fret. So this is a really simple song. The reason I want to show this one and talk about this one is because it has a really simple chord strumming pattern, okay? And one of the reasons I want to throw this song out is, one, is it is a beginning song to learn. And the other reason of that is, yeah, the chord shapes may be something to work on because they're new to you if you're just starting to learn how to play the guitar. But the chordal strumming pattern for the right hand is so simplistic. And it really is one of those that if you're just trying to strum through a song and get a rhythm down, we talk about this. It's one of those that you can tackle and feel like you can accomplish it fairly early on. So the strumming pattern is down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So what I really have musically is I have a quarter note in time, then I have 2/8 notes, then I have a break of a 1/8 rest to get back to 2 3/8 note strums. Because if I count this out, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You hear the rhythm? It really is a simple strumming pattern, and it really is a very simple rhythm, which is great if you're just starting out. Now, the only chord that you're going to maybe have a little bit of a struggle with is this bar chord, but it's so far up the neck that this is a great spot to try to do a bar chord when you're first starting out. One, because the frets are closer together, you're not fighting the tension of the net back here with a bar chord. And when you do bar chords, again, remember, whenever you try to do chords for the first time, you're doing 4, 3, 2, 1. Never start with your first finger. The only exception for that is the dreaded F chord all on its own, where you bar this, right? But if we're going to do a bar chord, a full-on bar chord like this, I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, and then my 1 comes down. All right? Why? Because it keeps your hand loose and relaxed. Are you going to pre-shape this? Not when you very first start out. When you very first start out, you got to learn how to just play the chord. So keep your hand loose and think of a countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. I talk about this in book 1, okay? So there's the initial riff on the D string, right? This 0, 1, 2. It's 2, 2, 2, hammer on 2 to 3, pull off 3 to 2, and then open. If I did it a lot slower, so again, it's 2, 2, 2, 0, hammer on pull off, and I might have skipped that open string when I first talked about it, but again, 2, 2, 2, 0, 2 to 3, hammer on pull off, back to 2, and then open. And that's the intro. So we get past this intro of where the riff is going. So then the C comes in. So here's the rhythm for the verse. We passed upon the stage. So that's verse 1. And if you notice, each chord gets the same amount of time. And then they do a little break before they go into the chorus. And the bass does this little riff. If you wanted to do it on the guitar, again, we'll do it one more time. So that's kind of the intro to get to the chorus. At the chorus, it starts with a G. So it goes, who knows? Not me. Here's a G sharp. Control your face. And seriously, that's the song. I mean, it's back to chorus. It goes maybe to another verse, but really what you're talking about, and it has an outro, right? So you can look this up online. Those are the chords. The biggie is making sure that when you do this quote unquote G sharp shape up the neck here, that you do a 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're just starting to learn how to do bar chords, this is one of the best spots to learn how to do a bar chord because, again, the frets are compressed. They're not wide like they are down here. You got the capo to help you press down on the strings. It's just an easy one to do. All right, so that's The Man Who Sold the World. Hope that helped you out, and we'll see you in the next vids. Thanks, guys.